The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker of Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm here with my co-host and husband, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm doing very well, too. We have with us Brad Cox, sales manager of Northeast PA of Vector Security, providing commercial and residential security services. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much, Jackie, and good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for being here with us. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have an exceptional real estate office with many full-time realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you're at jruddy.com, visit the webcam. We have a webcam up on the roof, and you get a live shot of Dunmore Corners.
Look us up on social media, and don't forget, view our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly jruddy.com. That's jruddy.com, where we also have all our popular podcast apps that we feature the radio show on. Okay, Brad Cox. You are the sales manager of Vector Security, of the Northeast PA division. You provide commercial and residential services. How long have you been with Vector Security, and how long has Vector been in business? And tell me all about you.
Great. Good morning again. I've been with Vector Security now for 1 year, and I've been thankful. It's a wonderful company. I am, as you stated, the sales manager for commercial and residential in northeastern PA. Vector Security has been, dates back to 1982. We've been in business for more than 50 years. Vector Security has been a premier provider of intelligent, smart security solutions tailored to the needs of commercial and residential customers. We service nearly 400,000 residential, business, and national account customers in North America, the Caribbean, through a network of 58 branches and authorized dealers. We have roots dating back to 1752, which is phenomenal when you think about it, because we are actually we were bought by Philadelphia Contribution Ship, which is the nation's oldest insurance company. So financially, we are a stable company and a leader in our industry. We help develop automated secure alarm protocol, a technology that increases the accuracy of emergency dispatch while reducing alarm response times. And we developed an industry model for reducing false alarms.
To that point, I mean, we believe in the importance of home security systems. We have one, right?
Yes,
So we always use it. I go to my mother's 2 houses away, no one's home, I turn the alarm on. That's just the way we live. But in today's day and age, today's world, we have to think about security every day, wherever we go. But how has the security systems, how have they evolved over the years?
How do you think they've evolved since 1753?
Yeah, but in 752, I'm sure it's come a long way, right? So, great question, and I will answer it this way, that it's evolved in many different ways, and one being, I'll just tell you, last night there was a customer, 2 customers of ours that unfortunately were broken into while the homeowner was there at the house. So it's become, let's say, more brazen as far as the activity with having these particular crimes happen. And you have to be on guard. This morning, I had a real scenario as well. There was an inspector coming to my home. I had just recently changed my insurance policy to save a couple dollars. And here's somebody at my doorstep at 7:15 in the morning without warning. They had told me several weeks ago that someone would be reaching out to me, but I never had that particular text message, that email, that phone call. So it put me on edge. And thankfully, I had my security system on because I was ready at a whim's notice to obviously see who this person was and what they were there for. And thankfully, everything checked out to where it needed to be. So the days of being armed and having a dog are really, they're over. It's something that you should really look at because it's important. It's important to be armed. And when I say armed, not necessarily with what we know.
Firearm.
A firearm, correct. It is actually having your keypad there, having your remote control, having your phone right there for you to do what you need to do in a case of an emergency.
Okay. You mentioned the insurance person that was at your front door this morning. Tell me about, there's a scam actually involved with Vector Security right now where people are going to saying that the Vector Security service has been canceled or Vector Security has been sold. So there's something that's out there. I noticed when I called your office, there is, the music on hold is actually someone telling somebody, the listener, don't fall for this. This is false. If somebody tells you that we sold our business, we didn't, so on and so forth. Tell me about that.
You're right, Jackie. What happens is there will be other companies that will come in, and usually it's a summer job where they will get younger adolescents that will come into a yard and they will actually take the sign. So they will steal the sign. And then they will put that in their car. They'll come back and they'll tell the homeowner that, that company is no longer in existence, that you need to sign everything over to us because now we are the actual security company that you are to be with now. So they'll per se trick the actual customer to thinking that our company was bought out and now their company is
taking over the account.
Yes, and representing them.
Yeah, we know. It sounds like a local business in Scranton, right? That was going around doing that, trying to sell people home improvements, and that wasn't legit. You have to be on guard all the time. We were at the house. I was at the house. You weren't there the other day. And there was a knock at the front door, and I wasn't expecting anybody. And it was a woman, and she said that she was from the water company. I was like, really? And she had the ID. She goes, I want to know, do you have zinc or lead or copper pipe coming in? And I looked at her, and then I looked outside. I made sure there was nobody around. She goes, you know what the pipe is? I says, why don't you come in and I'll show you. So she came in. I locked the door behind her. We went downstairs. She was legit. But, you have to be on guard.
You're exactly right. And what you need to do as well is make sure that they show you some type or form of identity. It's very important that they show you that. And is there a phone number? Is there someone that I can contact? Because it's always better to be safe than what? Sorry.
Yes.
All right. So, Brad, tell me, there's various types of security systems available, from your most basic to your most complicated, right? With security cameras and glass break sensors, so on and so forth.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles. So could you explain features and benefits of each, please?
Sure. So what I'll start off with is, again, I manage both the commercial and the residential sales. So why don't we look at the residential part of it? The residential is extremely basic. And when I say it's basic, you're going to have a keypad. Pat and Jackie, what I would tell you is with a residential side of it, you're going to have a keypad, a couple door sensors, maybe a motion or two, and obviously video is important, right? Cameras. So that's extremely easy to package together for your family's safety. Now, when it comes to the commercial end, it gets very complex. When I say complex, you have monitored intrusion and fire alarms, fire systems, you have video surveillance, you have energy management, access control. We also have environmental hazard monitoring, analytics, insights, and efficiencies. So that becomes a lot more challenging because you're actually designing the security system for that particular customer. So when we go back and you asked me what the benefits would be, well, if you have a keypad, it's great that you have the keypad because obviously you can push your code, your numbers in so that way you can let somebody in, let somebody out, whether it be a person or whether it be a pet. You have your door sensors where obviously you'll know if somebody's opening that particular door. You have the cameras where you can monitor that right from the app on your phone, which is fantastic. We do have an app that actually supports all of our features that we have with Vector Security.
Let me ask you something. How does it notify the alarm company? Say it trips the alarm. Does it go through the internet? Does it go through the telephone? Does it go through cellular? How does it notify the monitoring?
Great question, Pat. What it actually does is we're there help at a moment's notice, shall I say. We have award-winning alarm monitoring. Where an audible alarm is triggered, alerting occupants and or let's say intruders of an emergency.
I know I've tripped the alarm at the house. And
we all have.
And it's quite piercing.
Yes, it is. An event-specific emergency signal is sent out to, again, our award monitoring center where operators are available 24/7. And by the way, we are not a third-party alarm monitoring center. They are Vector employees. A center operator will then call you or a designated contact to verify the alarm, which is extremely important, right?
Right.
Then the next step is, of course, if the alarm is real, the operator will dispatch help immediately.
Does it go through the phone?
Do
I have to have a phone line or internet? Or if I don't have, because I was going to get an alarm in a garage I have. And I don't have internet and I don't have phone.
Right.
So the only option for me was to get something that was cellular.
Cellular, it'll go through. Phone lines, it'll go through as well.
Right. But when I got the cellular, I was looking into this. When I got the cellular, they said you do not have the option for cameras, that if you want to have cameras monitoring your place through our security system, you would need the internet. And I said, I am not paying $100 a month to get the internet. So let's just say, and I'm not telling you where the garage is, I don't have cameras on the internet on that garage.
Well, when you speak of cameras, make sure that you realize, both of you and everyone out there, that indoor and outdoor cameras are very beneficial. And I want to make this point as well, that the outdoor cameras, technology has come a long way, as we stated back in 1752, how far that has come, where you can actually, has everybody gone through where you get pinged for every little thing, whether it's a leaf, whether it's a bird flying by, whatever it may be? Well, now you can tailor it where it's just a human being or a car. So if you have a long driveway, it'll ping you if obviously a car is coming down, a person's coming down. That way, what happens if it would snow? Could you imagine what would happen if it snowed and you have an outdoor camera?
I take my phone and throw it.
Absolutely. So the technology is wonderful today.
That's AI, huh? Is that AI working for that's AI working for the better?
Yeah, and that was going to be worked into this conversation, but it kind of just
that's okay. But right. I also looked into the cameras with the DVR, and one of the options with the camera, check, my producer's looking at me, he wants to know, was facial recognition. It could recognize who, if you were friend or foe.
Amazing.
That's amazing. That's what
I just had a little Pat. I just had a little challenge recently with AI. I had been looking at a room down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, bringing my son back to school. And it was a smaller amount. Let's just say it was a smaller amount for the room. And 10 hours later, it tripled in price. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, how could this be? I actually called up the hotel and questioned why it would be so much, the jump. And they told me that they had some AI intelligence there where they knew I was actually looking. So why not bump up the rate? So that's
they do. They can tell if you look at it several times.
Same thing with airlines as well. It's amazing how you look at it once. They say that's your best time to buy is the first time you do it. If you don't do it that first time, then look for prices to go up.
Yeah, that's the tip for the listeners this week. It's not about the alarm systems. It's about what you search for on the internet.
You know, that's the truth. I've looked at airfares, and then I would go back and look at it again. It's like,
and hotel rooms.
Wasn't this a lot less the first time I looked at it?
Yeah, but when we go out to visit colleges, you often said, my God, look at the price. Yesterday it's such and such, and then how it jumps.
I'm going to have to go use my laptop down at the McDonald's at a different IP.
I'm surprised they admitted it.
Yeah,
they got somebody to admit it.
I did.
Mm-hmm. It's not a conspiracy. It's not paranoia.
It's real.
It's real.
It is real.
Okay. Brad Cox, sales manager of Northeast PA with Vector Security, providing commercial and residential services. How does someone get in touch with Vector Security, please?
Well, Jackie, you can reach us at www.vectorsecurity.com, or you can call our 800 number, which is 1-800-222-6565.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Pat?
Thank you.
Yes, we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home at 159 Belmont Street in Carbondale for $125,000. This home has plenty of living space at over 2,600 square feet. It has a giant fenced-in yard. The home has potential, and it is priced to sell at $125,000. But with a little TLC, this would be great. The home has a new roof. It's got new siding, some new windows, new front and new front and rear porch. It's got a lot of curb appeal, but it needs a little TLC. That's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home at 159 Belmont Street in Carbondale for only $125,000, and that's listed by Kristen Bourne of our office.
Thank you, Pat. And we'd like to thank our sponsor this week, Eric Green's Outdoor Cleaning. Looking to power wash your outdoor space? Look no further than Green's Outdoor Cleaning. Their expert team specializes in power washing, gutter cleaning, and window cleaning to leave your home looking spotless. Whether you're preparing for a special event or just need a seasonal refresh, they are there to help. With competitive pricing and exceptional customer service, Green's Outdoor Cleaning is a perfect choice for all your outdoor cleaning needs. Contact Green's Outdoor Cleaning today to schedule your appointment and let them transform your space. Call 570-483-8855 or visit greensoutdoorcleaning.com. And I'd like to say a special hello to Tommy Miner, who owns Bella Pizza and Pasta House on Pittston Avenue in South Scranton. He told us how much he enjoys our show, and we just want to say hi, and we hope you're doing well.
Hi, Tommy.
Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be right back. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century. But we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Welcome back to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Reddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
Yes, and we're back.
With Brad Cox, who is the sales manager of Vector Security, serving Northeast PA and provides commercial and residential services. Thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Jackie.
We're here talking about home security systems and how they have come such a long way over the years. A lot of people have that, is it called Ring doorbell?
Yes, they do.
And that's their security system. I think it's better than nothing, right?
Oh, it's better than nothing. Yeah, it's better than the one they had in 1753.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that a service that Vector provides with the standard residential?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is a
package.
Product that we have where you can have a doorbell that obviously shows video, which is, really nice. It's nice in the fact that, one, you're home, you see who's outside, just like the circumstance I had this morning. And
with
two,
the insurance person.
Right. and two is, when your packages are delivered, right? Because we're in a society today where we love to get goodies every day, right? We want to have those packages delivered, so it will alert you as to when that package was delivered as well, because it'll detect somebody there.
Yeah, I've signed up for the U.S. Postal Service alerts or emails every day. I know what my email is. Like I see that. Yeah. So I went on to their website, and you have to go through all this stuff, and then I get an email every morning, very early, and it tells me what my mail is, and I could.
It's got pictures of your mail of each envelope.
Yes, it has the image of the mail.
Wow.
So we don't have sometimes the most reliable postal service. So, if I see that something's in the mail, but it didn't go through our mail slot, like I'm on the phone with the post office, like, where is this? Because it was supposed to be here today, So it's a good thing in that way because you can double check to make sure that the carrier is delivering. And it does tell me when packages are delivered. And when Amazon and all my, the Clothing Land's End, whatever, they also tell me when my packages are delivered. I'll get an email and a text, your package has been delivered. We don't have Ring doorbell.
No, we have cameras. I have cameras all over the house and the security system. I think that's the New Yorker in me. I go outside.
We have 8 cameras. Everywhere you turn, you're on.
And I go in the house from the garage. I lock the house. I'm that guy. I'm that kind of guy.
So let me ask you, you have 8 cameras. What's the reasoning for the 8 cameras? You were just alluding to it. And what's the reason why you have 8 cameras? Is it because of the crime, theft? Is it?
It's security.
Security. And we had our son.
Blanket.
My son was younger, and we always wanted to know what was going on. It's on the DVR. It records it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we were really hoping that those cameras would become useful because about 2 years ago, there was a gentleman that was, I call him Jack the Stripper instead of Jack
the Ripper.
The Ripper. Yeah, he was going into everybody's backyards in our neighborhood and getting undressed. And he was, there was one house that he was targeting, but the remainder of the homes in that area unfortunately had this image to look out at
Right,
night.
I was going to say thank you for the visual.
Right, so, but the police alerted us, which was very nice, because we live in a small community. We know the police officers, and so they gave us a little heads up about this. And every night we were down looking at the cameras to see if we got this guy, because what he would do, the cops, they were beside themselves. They were like, we know we had him, but he ran through these 2 backyards. So we were always looking on our cameras to see if we caught him.
But we never
because
did.
but they finally got them. And then, of course, the Dunmore police let us know,
Yes.
rest easy, be at peace because we got them.
Right. And we have lots of lights around the house. We have lights in the yard, lights in the driveway. The front porch is on automatic lights. It goes on at dusk and it goes off at dawn. So our house is probably the best lit house on the block.
Well, we often joke about that because we have one dreadful, pitiful street light.
Oh, my God.
In the middle of the block. I mean, it's like a 40 watt. Is there a 40 watt?
Might be 60.
Okay, 60 watt bulb. It's like awful. So we light up our end of the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
the block, you walk down the block, it's like
Pitch black.
really, yeah.
Do you have signage?
We have a sign out in the yard that says Vector Security. Yeah, wow, we do, with our address and everything.
Yeah, so we have to be worried now that somebody's going to clip it, then come to us and tell us that they took over our security system. That's a scam. That's a real bad thing that's happening to your
Well,
company.
now that you know what you know, you'll know that you'll be protected with Vector Security. Mm-hmm. But that's great that having the sign out there because in all reality, just having a sign, whether you have security or not, is one of the greatest theft deterrents, believe it or not, because once somebody sees that sign, your mind automatically thinks and it's programmed where, hey, it better not go to that house because of the video, because of obviously the loud, annoying noise that might happen if I choose to burglarize this particular home.
Well, we have Vector Security, and we had other security companies in the past, and we moved over to Vector. We've been very happy and pleased. And I have to tell you, when we do trip the alarm and your people are never annoyed, we try not to do it very often.
No.
But they're very professional and courteous, and we do appreciate that, right?
Right, and the other company, if we trip the alarm too much, they charge you extra.
Yes.
They charge you extra. Because I'm coming downstairs and opening the door or something. Vector doesn't do that.
No, when our batteries, and I'm going to ask you, Brad, and I hope you have the answer. Why do the batteries go at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I wish
why don't they go during the day? What is that?
I wish I did have a great answer for you.
Well,
but
anyway,
I don't.
when we have to switch the batteries, they're so helpful, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
they do. They say
they'll come
tell
out.
No, they don't. They don't come out because I could do it. They just tell me which sensor it is, and I have a drawer full of batteries because I'm a pro. And I turn the alarm. They'll give me step-by-step instructions. They'll say, well, we're going to put your system on standby. So when you open the...
Very patient
Yeah,
and
wonderful.
very helpful. They're very, and if he wasn't so handy, we would obviously rely on your people.
Well, thank you for your business. I want to say that first and foremost. And obviously, having your residents, you take a lot of pride in that, right? And you want to make sure that your home is protected because you work extremely hard to manage your home. And it's just like you work hard to make your business succeed, correct? So to protect it against internal and external crime, fire, and environmental hazards, and to gain operational insights that will help you improve on how you can obviously run your business. So it's important on both sides, whether it's residential or commercial, of course.
Thank you for your time this week, Brad Cox, sales manager of Vector Security, providing commercial and residential services in Northeast PA. How does someone get in touch with Vector Security, please?
You can reach us on our website at www.vectorsecurity.com or call our 1-800 number, 1-800-222-6565.
Thank you. Would you come back next week?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, we have a beautiful 2-unit at 306-308 West Elm Street in Dunmore for $390,000. This building has 2 huge units. The 306 side has 3 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. The 308 side has 4 bedrooms. Both units have beautiful cedar woodwork, tiled fireplaces. The fireplaces are beautiful. Character galore. It has walk-in closets, finished attics, 3-season porch and deck. There's covered parking for 1 car, and each unit has separate heat and electric. The property, it has long-term tenants, so it's been lovingly maintained. That's a beautiful 2-unit in Dunmore at 306-308 West Elm Street for $390,000, and that's listed by Phoebe Keating of our office.
Thank you. I have the Greater Scranton multi-list statistics for single-family homes over the last 30 days. Median sales price for 2 bedrooms or less, $125,000. 3 bedrooms, median sales price $218,000. 4 or more bedrooms, median sales price $265,000. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, we're here next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker.